Well, Larry, for this topic number 3, this one may be funny to you, sir. Looks like your boy, Mr. Bob Chapek, didn't necessarily get the L that everybody thought he may have gotten since he was fired from Disney.
I told y'all he was gonna get a golden parachute. I knew he was not walking away, and he was just getting fired like he was like some on one of those Trump shows. Nah.
Right. You're right. You're right. Your boy Bob Chapek may seem like he got the last laugh over here. You know, saying hardy hard. This is topic number 3 coming from Variety. Ousted Disney CEO Bob Chapek paid $24.2 million in 2022. And in addition to that, he's set to receive another more than $20 million in severance. Man, that is nice. Company also details severance payments due to Jeff Morrell, who also was fired as head of corporate affairs in 2022 of last year. And guys, there's a
that's the black dude, right?
No, I think the black dude was named man, it was a black name too. You could tell what Kareem. It was Kareem. Was it Kareem something? Kareem Daniels? Was that it?
Sounds not Daniels. Was it Daniels?
It was Kareem something. Hold on, let me try to Kareem. No, it wasn't Jabbar. Yeah, no, it was
Kareem Daniels?
Yeah, wait, let me Kareem Daniels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kareem Daniels?
Let me bring this over here.
All right, you got it. I trust you.
Yeah. Kareem Daniels.
Oh, there you go. All right. So did he get a golden parachute too? Or they were like,
no, he didn't. I read through this one and I was looking for his name specifically, but Bob Chapek, who was fired as CEO of Disney last fall, received a pay package of $24.18 million for 2022 and is expected to receive $20 million in severance. The company board on November 20th announced that in replacing Chapek from former Bob Iger CEO for a 2-year term, in a proxy statement filed Tuesday, Disney provided a detailed timeline of the events that culminated with Chapek's termination, Iger's appointment as interim CEO, and activist investor Nelson Peltz's attempt to join the company's board. The Disney board determined that Chapek was no longer the right person to serve as a CEO role in the months following renewal of Chapek's contract in June of last year, according to the company's proxy filing Tuesday. The significant developments and change in the broader macroeconomic environment over this period inform how the board viewed the appropriate leader in light of the rapidly evolving industry and market dynamics. The board therefore concluded that as Disney embarks on an increasingly complex period of industry transformation, Mr. Iger is best situated to lead the company while an appropriate longer-term successor is identified. For Disney's fiscal year, ended on the 1st of October last year, Chapek's compensation package included his base salary of $2.5 million, $10.8 million in stock grants, $3.75 million in stock options, $6.75 million in cash bonuses, and $280,000 for personal air travel, and $53,000 in other compensation. Larry, that's a nice little check out, if you don't ask me.
Can I just get his air travel?
Yes, I would be happy. I would be happy with that. Chapek's severance payments, subject to him successfully completing all the terms of his post-employment consulting agreement, will comprise of $6.35 million cash and remaining base salary through the scheduled expiration date of his amended employment agreement, and about $1 million equivalent to a prorated target bonus for fiscal 2023 per the proxy filing. In addition, with his termination, Chapek is eligible to receive accelerated Disney stock worth $12.7 million. Larry, what do you think about this so far, man? Is this good? Is this bad? You happy for Chapek? You don't really care? How you feeling so far?
I mean, I can't really say that I care all that much. I mean, it's someone in the comments said it's right, said rich people with rich people problems. I mean, the dude went in there and I mean, I'm not going to dog him. I know everybody else wants to dog him, but he came in there and took over at the worst possible time that a company had. True. And he did do a lot to grow Disney Plus, and he grew it fast, maybe too fast, as some people say. But I mean, maybe he was the right person for the pandemic, and now he's the wrong person post-pandemic. I don't know. It seems like they got rid of him. Maybe he was, I don't know. They were doing some, he was doing some things. It seems like that Iger's rolling back, like lowering the prices to the theme parks again, because they had gotten ridiculous. They were up at, I think at one point under Chapek had gotten up to like $180.
Really?
And after, and like after taxes in a place like in LA, it's like it was like almost $200 or over $200. For one person. That's just a lot. You go with a family of
that's crazy.
You go with a family of 5, you have 2 parents and 3 kids, you're talking about $1,000 to walk through the park doors. That takes Disneyland, beyond the reach of a lot of people. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe it was time for him to go. The only problem that I had with this whole getting rid of Chapek was bringing back Iger.
Oh, really?
And it's not that I don't like Iger, but he has no plans to be there.
Well, he's only coming back for 2 years.
Exactly. I feel like they should have been looking for a long-term replacement. Because one thing, sometimes, Wall Street does not like change. They want things to work well, and they want them to stay the same. And this constant changing, by the time they get through with this, they will have gone through what, three or 4 changes of the CEO in like 6 years or something like that, because we'll have gone from Iger to Chapek back to Iger, and then we're going to go to somebody else. I think they should have dealt with Chapek for a little while longer and found a long-term replacement.
No, that's not a horrible idea. And they did it. What was just frustrating is they just recently renewed his contract like early last year as well. So my heart was broken. I think they may bring the guy back that Chapek fired. That was, there was some guy. So of course Disney bought 20th Century Fox, turned it into 20th Century Studios, and there was a gentleman that was high up in the ranks that came from Fox or 20th Century Studios. And the word on the street is that he was possibly threatening Chapek to be his successor or, surpass him in some type of capacity. So he fired him. And everybody was like, why in the world would you fire this guy? If anybody, he should have been the next person in line to, take over the reins. And so I don't know. It may seem like he may come back. It seemed like that would make sense, but they could pick anybody. I'm just still happy that Chapek, that he's gone. Now, so we was talking about Iger. In November, Disney disclosed that Iger's pay package for his return as CEO is worth up to $27 million per year. So this dude is finna make $56 million in 2 years. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him.
I will come out of retirement too, bro, for another 2 more years. We'll give you $56 million. Iger had previously retired from the Disney effective December of 2021. He was eligible for a 2022 prorated bonus per his employment agreement for services during fiscal year 2020. You still
gonna get that? Because those old contracts, they're just what they are.
That's a good
you don't
question.
Get to break them just because someone comes back.
That's a good question. And the company awarded Iger a bonus of $4.37 million. That's just nuts, man. And bringing Iger back as CEO, the Disney board said it had given him a mandate to set the strategic direction for renewed growth and to work closely with the board in developing a successor to lead the company at the completion of his term. So he can't just come in and sugarfoot. We need a 5-year, 10-year plan, sir. If we're gonna pay you this money. So
I'll be honest with you, man. I really think, and this is a problem with Disney. Some people have somehow Iger did it well, but I think Disney needs to break itself up. Because you have Disney, you have Disney Studios that run all the movies and the TV shows, their animation, all of that. And then you have the theme parks. And that's a whole different animal, a whole different beast. And then you have the travel. You have the cruise lines, you have the private islands, you have the hotels, you have all that stuff. And trying to find a CEO that can actually manage all that knows what they're doing, that can hire the right people to head up all that stuff. I mean, I don't see it happening well. I just don't see it happening well.
Really?
I mean, Iger is an anomaly. I just don't see them finding another Iger that's going to run Disney that well. I think whoever they bring in, they're going to do one or maybe two things good, and then the other parts of the company are going to suffer, and people are going to yell and bitch, and they're going to call him a Bob Chapek part 2, and. And that's what it was. Bob Chapek came from what was it, the home entertainment side, and a lot of his focus was on Disney Plus. He wanted to expand Disney Plus, and then on the other side, the parks suffered and the travel suffered. Now, part of that was because of the pandemic, but also part of it was because he made bad decisions, and I don't see that changing.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I respectfully disagree. I think they're in good hands now.
Now, but in 2 years,
I don't know if they'll find somebody as good as Iger, hopefully, but I don't know. I'm confident. I am confident in
Iger. I agree with you wholeheartedly. They're in good hands right now.
Okay.
But in 2 years,
we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Are you confident? Do you think they'll find a better replacement than Chapek, or a better replacement than Iger? Let us know what you think the future of Disney will be. And again, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure.